Hello, my name is Lynn Gillespie, and this week on the High Performance Garden Show Nuggets, we share with you our professional trellising system for growing your tomatoes vertically. Here's a clip from the show. Went ahead and put the trellises up. This is our easy trellis system. If you guys are interested in building some of these, the instructions are down in the description below the video, so you can grab that and find out how to make these. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tie up the tomatoes, the squash, and the cucumbers, get those going vertical today. If it gets really cold, we can throw a blanket over the entire thing, so we can still protect these plants. But it's time to run them up, and I want to show you how we want to do this. So these tomatoes are the indeterminate tomatoes, and we are going to do these in a single stem system. It's what we use in all of our greenhouses that we grow. We grow around 400 tomato plants. The system works really well. What I love about it is you get one root ball to one stem, whereas the other types of tomatoes you have one root ball to like 30 stems. So that's our determinate type, and I think this does a little bit better, but sometimes you can't grow an indeterminate because you don't have a way to trellis or anything like that. So both systems work. We're going to use one at this end of the garden and one at the other end of the garden. All right, so let me explain to you what I'm doing here. All right, so we have this tomato plant here, and there's a sucker here, a sucker here, but we're going to work with this main stem all the way up. So I put a clip on the bottom, and then I ran the string up and over the trellis, and then we're going to put a clip on this plant. So we have fruit here, we have a leaf, and then a fruit. This is a typical pattern, fruit, leaf, leaf. So where we have a leaf and a leaf, that's where we want to put this next clip. So we're going to come right into here and clip that, and we'll put a clip about every foot. At the top we're going to double clip it because I have had a clip fail on me and the tomato plants fall in the ground. So we'll just double clip that. So I'm going to go around and tie up all 16 plants to the trellis, and we're going to start these babies going vertical. All right, so we've got 15 tomatoes tied up. We're going to do this last one. I'll explain this to you one more time. So one of the things I do want to show you is these clips. So if you look right here, you can see this one is nice and solid, and this one has a bunch of slits in it. So the solid ones, I bought these last century, I would say 35 years ago, maybe longer. I love these clips. They're solid, they work really good, but I can't find them anymore. Haven't been able to find them for at least 25 years. So we are left with this type of clip. These are the ones that we can find. These are okay. They tend to break after about 5 or 6 years, so you do have to replace them. So I will put a link in the description below where you can go and find the proper clips for your tomato plants and squash and everything else. We use the same clips all over the whole garden, so I will get you linked up to that. And also the twine that we're using, this is twine from the neighbor's baler. So we live out in the country where they put up the big round bales, and this is twine after he's fed the bale and it's left over. So we get that for free. So if you can find a free source, that's the best. If not, I'll also put a link in the description below where you can find the proper twine that will fit in the jaws of the clips. And so in the clips, the string is going to go back here in the back in between these two little teeth, and that's how it locks on and holds that. And so you got to have twine that's thin enough to fit in there. So like I said, I'll let you know where to get some of the clips and some of the twine so that you have good success with this. So we're going to go ahead and do this last tomato here, and I'll just explain through it one more time because it's a little complicated. So I'm going to put my string in my clip. So I got a hold of that there, and then I'm going to take this clip and put it around the plant. And at first this will be really awkward, but then you'll you'll get the hang of it pretty well. So put that on there, and then the string goes up over the trellis. Like that, and then I'm going to put 2 clips. I like to use my solid clips at the top, but you can also use the other clips at the top as well. Okay, so that's secure. I use 2 clips because sometimes one will fail and it'll drop my plant. All right, and then as we're coming back to the plant, I like to use the clips with the stripes. I'm going to come around. So I got a set of fruit here, and then I got a leaf here, and then another set of fruit. So I want to put this, clip this string to the plant in between the 2 leaves. Now the plants are not always perfect, but that's pretty consistent as to how they are. So the string is in the clip is around the plant between a leaf and a leaf. Now I also want to take the suckers off. So if you look at the main stem, we have a leaf here, and out of the leaf joint comes the sucker. So it's like a baby plant coming up out of there. And I just want to cut that off. And I just want to keep this plant going with just this one main stem. And you can always identify your main stem because it's the one that'll have the fruit on it. Whereas the suckers, they will get fruit if you leave them long enough, but they will be less mature than the main one. So I'm just going to go through and take off a few of these suckers. I always like to leave the last 6 inches of the plant alone in case something happens and I break off a sucker. Break off the top, then I have a sucker to replace it, and I can always get these suckers later, so I always just leave the top of the plant alone. Alright, so these, our tomatoes are all tied up. This clip is from the High Performance Garden Show Year 9, Week 12, and if you'd like to follow these tomatoes all season long, go ahead and enroll in the High Performance Garden Show. It's free, it's online, and you can enroll on our website at thelivingfarm.org/high-performance-garden-show.